Hello everyone, it is Easton Harris here. In this video, we are going to determine what environment we are in. What market environment are we in right now, right here in front of the charts, okay? So let's take a look at this. So I'm noticing that we seem to be making lower high. We have another lower high and another lower high. And price has also given us yet another lower high. Let me just label this really quick. So across the board, our peaks are all created as lower highs. Okay. All right. So we've got lower highs across the board. We also have lower lows. Lower low, another lower low, another lower low, and another. And even down there towards the bottom of the screen, another low. Okay, so let's label these really quick. Lower lows. Okay, so price just continues to make new lows. Now, if we look at price here and we look at the strength of the buyers and the sellers, okay, sellers made a push down, pretty strong. The buyers then pushed back in return, very weak. Now, to determine the strength of the buyers and the sellers here, there's a couple things that we need to take note of. The first thing that we're going to look at is distance. Okay? So in comparison here, the sellers traveled a much greater distance than the buyers did. The sellers traveled 852 points, while the buyers traveled just over 400. So the sellers take the cake, and it is visually obvious when you compare them side by side here. But the second thing we're going to look at to determine strength is also speed. Now, this is the 4-hour chart on copper. Looking at this, we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5, 6 candles to make this move happen from the sellers. Took about a day, okay? Now, the buyers within the market traveled not even half the distance, but took almost 2 days, double what it took the sellers to get twice the distance. Not only did the sellers travel twice the distance from A to B, they also did it twice as fast compared to the buyers from A to B. So it's safe to say within this move, the sellers are in control. Now let's look at the next move. Let's be fair. Let's give these buyers a fighting chance here. The sellers travel from A to B in 2 candlesticks, 8 hours. In 8 hours, copper dropped 650 points in 8 hours. Now, the buyers, here we are with the buyers. That's their move in comparison. The buyers traveled just over 400 points. Not too bad compared to the sellers. But the buyers also took 24 hours compared to the sellers' 8 hours. The sellers are covering a much larger distance in half the time. All right, let's look at the next one. Sellers come in, push price all the way down to this area. I'm going to break this box apart just so we're not getting confused here. Sellers push the market down. How'd the buyers do? That was pathetic. The sellers are in control. The sellers are moving faster, larger distances. The moves are sharper. You can see the buyers struggle to get up here. It takes them longer. They're weaker. And when the stronger sellers come in, sharp moves to the downside. Again, buyers struggling. Another sharp move from the sellers to the downside. Buyers hardly move here. Another sharp move from the sellers again, just in case you forgot, one last time. When determining which market environment we are currently in, at this time on this chart on copper, we can determine that we are indeed in a bearish environment. And just real quick, let's clear this up and give y'all one final look at it. All right, guys, this is a relatively easy concept. I wanted to break it down for everyone just in case people have a hard time understanding this. In the next video, we're going to look at another area in the market, and we're going to figure out what environment we stand in